thanks for coming to this live poetry event at Old Town Hall. I'm celebrating my book, Parkinson's and Other Denials. I'm Ronald J. Palmer. Two poets couldn't make it tonight, for today. Errol Robinstein and Charles Thompson. But we do got Angela Bennett, and leading us off is Cyril Mukalel, who's award-winning poet, founder of Pottersville Publishing House. Pottersville Publishing House is who published my book. I believe he's been working on it with Angela. He's a creative producer and cultural advocate based in Minneapolis. Cyril is passionate about amplifying marginalized voices and helping others transform pain into purpose through storytelling. His work bridges poetry, publishing, and personal feeling, allowing writers to claim their narratives. And Cyril's going to tell you a little bit about Pottersville Publishing and read some of his own work. So, here we go.
All right. Thank you. What a wonderful day. What an honor to be here. My sincere gratitude to Minneapolis Television Network for hosting this event, and also the supporting writers, artists, and all of you without you guys, you cannot be here, and everyone watching on Facebook Live. Welcome. Thank you for being here and standing for art and poetry. We started Pottersville Publishing House after seeing too many gifted storytellers lose heart, shout out by gatekeeping, old promises, and predatory vanity dresses. We created Pottersville Publishing House as a safe place and a launch pad where real stories are honored, voices are lifted, and dreams are given a fair chance. We don't do this for profit, we do this because we too have felt and seen, and we believe every powerful voice deserves to be heard. All right, I will start with my first poem. I will be reading 3 poems. The first poem is titled Vessel of a Village Boy. This poem is an epigraph in my fiction, Life in a Faceless World. We were travelers on paths that never connected, but we were always meant to be. When the jasmine held their breath, the stars told us we were always meant to be. Charcoal figures we drove over those walls, left the village searching for new pastures. The lone cloud, far from his back, longs for breeze to reach where it is meant to be. Paintballs splashed across an autumn sky. Disgraced king waits in a cloud's costume. People I thought knew me well left early. This is what conviction is meant to be. Silence of the forest holds its breath. And that same with a pale halo over his head. Soon the last level drifts away. It is no longer a flower. The way life is, life's realities are meant to be. Paper boats in this puddle carry your shadows. Avoid raindrops to stay afloat. Colorless images make vivid memories. Your lips close, your eyes dream as meant to be. Somewhere inside the hardest stone, you can still hear its tears grow. A seed in the swamp where sunlight never lets it sprout, and it knows that it's meant to be. Spiraling colors slip through the deceptive eyes. Windows shut. The house gasps. Let us go into the forest. The shrine of our love, the home where we were always meant to be. The next poem, A Tear for the Little Angels. This was born out of a grief I didn't know how to carry. It's my mind, maybe even my spirit, reacting to the unimaginable weight of school shootings where the victims were little children. Writing, it was the only way I knew how to rage and to remember. Some dreams I never want to wait for. I pray. Night never ends, leaving the stars to shine forever. Some dreams I never want the day to break. I know its tormented moments would haunt me. Some say the remnants of the past make choice pearls of memory fold. For the present, to me, they are echoes of the memories yet to come. Breadcrumbs drawn deceiving elusive futures. Wingless angels falling from the heaven, drenching clouds in their way heaven. Oceans rage and emerge, submerging the mountains. Tears from the skies cause rivers to flood. I'm just a thought, lost in summers, gathering pain for losses yet to come. I drift in the wind, a sparrow amongst dragons, waiting to be swallowed by bare, unbroken skies. My eyes stare beyond the red clouds, searching what's to come. My heart, a candle unnoticed, burns in the daylight. My face leans forward, tears mingling with the last falling raindrops. I hear a whisper from within. You are not alone. Those forlorn days are gone. The pain in your soul will not remain. Together, our heart will lead us forward. Together, we will carry your grief and pain. While my ears listen to the song of comfort, like the breeze that coaxes rosebuds to bloom, my heart lingers to feel the feathers of tranquility. Angels circle above, turning fallen wings into colorful clouds. The next is the last and third poem I'll be reading. This next piece is deeply personal. I wrote it in quiet, 18 space that followed the passing of my father. It's called Unfinished Pain. Because grief, like art, is never truly complete. It lingers in each stroke of memory. The colors we never go to share. And in the silence that follows a voice we will still long to hear. Dark holes left by the burned stars fill my sky. The moon that lit his path, now shrouded in my tear-steeped lashes, makes permanent shadow. My thoughts drift like dry leaves, trailing in a mindless gust, swirling and spinning, clasped in raging despair. A desperate shore, a sand dissolved in the ocean's soul. These old cobblestones under the dust and dirt, tiny footprints followed yours, and little fingers once gripped tight in your fist. We stood here a long while, letting powerful butterflies rest on our arms. Under the almond tree, standing naked in a tiny plastic bag tub, you showered me with little pieces of wisdom. Musty air still waits to carry. Fragments trapped in the soul of this flawless sky. Abida is always watching, like water trapped beneath dense rock, searching for pores to seep through to the parts of the land above. Their patience, their day waiting to break, shielding its hopeful flames from the flustering glow of night's greedy will to love. We are silent to see the ones who exist, just for us to exist. All right, thank you for listening. 3, 4. Next, it's an honor to introduce Angela Mae Burnett, a powerful new voice in contemporary poetry. Angela is a 36-year-old emerging author from Starkville, Minnesota, where she lives with her husband and 11-year-old son. With over 20 years of writing experience, she brings us Breaking the Silence, a debut collection that gives the voice of her journey through bullying, anxiety, and depression. Her poems are brave, vulnerable, and filled with compassion, offering strength to anyone who have ever struggled in silence. She explores themes of resilience, motherhood, love, and mental health with a raw honesty and hope. By night, Angela works as a surgical supply specialist at St. Carl Hospital. By heart, she is a poet, a Star Wars fan, a nature walker with her dog, a fitness lover, and a woman whose words are here to uplift and heal. Please join me in welcome the courageous and inspiring Angela Mae Burnett.
Hello. I have 5 poems to read. First one is called Anxiety's Flame. Year's dark embers glow within. The smoky air seeps down, tightening my throat. I can barely breathe, let a word escape. I feel the flame surge through my body, sweat beads on my skin. My face flushes red, I clutch my chest, gasping for air as I tumble into a pit, carved by fear. I smother up with silence, but it crackles back to life. From a flicker to a flame now untamed, a whirlwind of emotions caught in the crossfire. A roaring inferno consumed by the blaze. Yet in the ashes, I find a spark within my weary heart. A flame of strength, a light in the dark. I learned about meditation and mindfulness, slowly inhaling, exhaling, feeling each breath. I learned to calm the fire, to find my voice, my heart's inner peace. In desire, in a moment of stillness, I hear my soul, a whisper of truth that makes me whole. I rise above with open palms, not to fight, but to cool the blaze. It will be an ongoing battle, but I refuse to back down. With hope and faith and every ounce of strength I have found in my darkest times. My hope becomes drought, no fire left to feed. Anxiety's purple loosened its power over me, reduced to ashes. Next one's called The Spell of the Raven. The power of the raven resides in the depths of my soul, stirring inner pain and turmoil. Between light and dark I dance, a delicate balance in the palm of my hands. The foggy gray eyes of the raven cast an eerie spell. one that draws me deeper into the shadows. With every breath, the raven tower grows unstoppable, a force that consumes me whole. The darkness stirs like a cauldron boiling for my soul. As the cauldron boils, my grip on reality unwinds, bubbling with intrusive thoughts that refuse to sleep. A lingering presence starts to creep. The power of the raven brings a mystical energy, an aura of darkness where the madness within myself thrives. The raven whispers secrets too disturbing to children's ears. In the raven's shadow, I confront the demons of my past. The darkness whispers truths that will forever last. Haunting images scroll through my mind. The raven's cruel intentions never left behind. I lost my grip. The raven's spell cast doom across my life. In the darkest depths of my soul, I am yearning for the light. Remnants of fractured memories slipping through the cracks. I walk among the skeletons of my past. Forged from the mud. Forged from the mud, I still hold scars from my past and rough calluses on my heart. I carry an authenticity that sets me apart. Still I rise from the wreckage, for no one can break my spirit. You can shatter me like glass, tear me apart. But I am unbreakable at last, healed from the wounds that left me in ruins, no longer consumed by the things that do not serve me. I know now that I am worthy. I am done with those who have treated me poorly. I am not bitter or angry, but instead I have discovered true peace. And how letting things go is the ultimate release. The mud was dark, damp, suffocating, yet it's shady. Forged from the mud, unbreakable, set free. My resilience fueled by my faith, my support system, my writing, and my determination to keep going. I am powerful, I'm strong, I repeated the mirror boldly, staring in the mirror. No one can kill my heart of gold or my poetic creative soul. I was broken, but I refused to be shattered. I saw what truly mattered. The mud may still cling to my skin, but not to my soul, for I learned to draw strength from broken places. I am forever a lotus, blooming wild and free. No one can stop me. Next one's called Emergence. My scars run deep, but I no longer let them seep. I will share my truths, let them stand out like a carving on a tree. I no longer have any secrets to keep. Being authentic is my new battle cry. Every day that passes, I'm one step closer to healing from my past hurts, emerging resilient, stronger than it was before. I've discovered my inner warrior, and I will stand up for the love I deserve. Respect is not freely given, it is earned. I speak my truth and respect those who give me the same courtesy. My scars, my wounds were part of my past, but they don't define me. I've paid my dues, this I can attest to. I will no longer let my anxiety bind me. My anxiety has been the burden I've had to overcome, but I will no longer let it rule my life with an iron tongue. I will knock down the walls of depression and live my life with purpose and intention. I will rise from the darkness, emerge stronger from the afflictions of my past. My heart softened as I entered my metamorphosis, like a butterfly on a journey to the light. I found the strength inside me. My path to self-discovery and peace is full of possibility, and this is just the beginning. In the stillness. As sunset's fiery edge descends, and the silver moon comes out for the night to illuminate the darkness. The moon whispers secrets to the darkness where shadows dance and silence reigns. Among the background of a million miles of stars and wishes, In the vast expanse of starry night, we find our place, our hearts refrain. We contemplate our lives, how each day ends and begins anew. We are in control of our own destiny, our own autonomy, like a flower that wilts in the winter, then comes back to life in the spring. We are, as humans, always blooming, evolving. We can choose to remain cynical, look at the downside of things, or make the choice to invite joy and positivity into our lives. A conscious effort to see the beauty, poetry, in all aspects of life. The choice is ours, the question stays, echoing in the silence. What is the meaning of life? What is the human experience and our place in the world? The answer lies in the moments we share, the love we give, the beauty we behold. These questions studied by scientists. But we must look within our hearts and souls to know the truth. Our faith, our beliefs, shape who we are, no matter if we believe in God or another higher power, or even no God at all. In the stillness of life, we find our way, and the search itself becomes our truth. When we look within, we find ourselves and know in our hearts what we believe. With every breath, every sunset, our individual journeys unfold. But we must remember we are a collective consciousness, and even though we may have different beliefs, we are human, a blend of atoms made of the same things, and life itself is beautiful, ever-evolving, a living work of art.
Thank you, Angela, for sharing your poem. You're all magnificent. Always thought-provoking, looking at all the team. Thanks again. You're brilliant. All right. The next is Ronald Palmer. It comes from the wild streets of Bloomington, Minnesota, where he is now, where he gets his best ideas for poems when walking his dogs, being greeted by the neighbors. How's it going? Or not in my yard. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's in May 2023, although he has been known to deny it. His most recent book is Parkinson's and Other Denials. His other book is Book of Poetry is Dog. By the way, Ron's both books are available on Amazon for people who are not here, but he's signing his new book, Parkinson's and Other Denials here. If you want to buy it, you can do so today. He runs the West Bloomington Contemporary Poetry Club, and every couple of months hosts poetry reading for the Minneapolis television network that is broadcasted on Facebook Live. Congratulations, Ron, on your new book, Parkinson's and Other Denials. We can't wait to hear from you. Let's all welcome Ronald J. Palmer.
Thanks all for coming. It's good to see you. Thanks to the Minneapolis Television Network for broadcasting this. Thanks to the Old Town Hall for their seats and space. They're not charging us, but they do got a donation box. So feel free to put a couple dollars in or something. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in May of 2023. And made no secret of it. A lot of people kind of try to hide it for a while, but I blurted it out on Facebook. And another poet who has Parkinson's wrote me a message saying, "Welcome to the club." And this is the first poem I wrote about Parkinson's. Welcome to the club. These shakes my hand made are called tremors, as if to forecast my own personal earthquake. A runquake, one may say. I still know how to make my way, although it's tougher to put on shoes, and my steps seem slightly slower day by day. At least the doctor said he was leaning towards Parkinson's, not definite, although conclusions seem clear. And now I can be compared to Muhammad Ali. This is another poem about Parkinson's. I figure I better read it while it's still true. It's titled, and it's not yet anyway, it's still now. I don't know what you saw, although your concern is nice. I may stumble, but I don't fall. When awkward walking down the hall, there are many ways that suffice. I don't know what you saw. In summer, still able to kick the ball. In winter, I'm energized. I may stumble, but I don't fall. I admit sometimes I stall, not wanting to pay the price. I may stumble, but I don't fall. Thank you for the call and the old so kind advice. I don't know what you saw. I may stumble, but I don't fall. Next poem is called This Moment's a Lie. The sleep occurred to me that once this brevity of breath, when one isn't hounded or battling in distress, when one can almost believe people have a propensity for peace. Yet even out of concern or guided by love, how can a man's will to live be taken from him, and he be expected to go on? All this, the elephant said, being tired of not being noticed. While the jackal scoffed and the hyena laughed. It's called Parkinson's, another denial, which is poems that are not about Parkinson's, that are about other things. Things that people deny, like attractions, money problems, dark thoughts. So, this poem is called My Dogs Won't Let Me Kill Myself. Whenever the thought appears, they give a gentle nudge or a beg for a treat. They, in their way, ask to go outside, to lay in the snow, knowing full well their beauty. At night, I curl up on the couch to hide, but by them I'm spied, and a whine or a howl, a bark or a jab or a paw forces me to move. There's always a reason to go on, sometimes trite, sometimes profound, sometimes to see how long. When I first was diagnosed with Parkinson's and wanted to deny it, the neurologist said, well, they prescribe you these pills. And if they work, then you have them. Damn it, they work. So this is an ode to carbidopa levodopa. Before you were prescribed carbidopa levodopa, putting on and taking off my pants is getting comical. Thanks to you, carbidopa levodopa, Parkinson's isn't so hard to take. I can walk now without much of a shuffle. I don't need to use my arm to lift my leg in the car. I hear someday you may lose effectiveness, and my doctor may increase my dose or prescribe something else. But carbidopa levodopa, I live in the here and now. So you're doing fine by me. This poem is called The Failure Tree. In my yard rests the tree, which all my failures are perched on, at night taking turns to measure my dreams. My successes become kites, free from their strings, taking them in the wind. I hope there is someone to see their tails. This poem is a pantoum. When I first heard about this type of poem, I thought that pantoum sounded a lot like pontoon. I wrote this poem, which is a pantoum. I wish I had a pontoon. You and I could go out on the water, just hit a mud no longer in the state. We could talk to fish and waves and islands. You and I poetry on our breath. We can talk to fish and waves and islands. We tell the wind that brings up the storm. With music and poetry on our breath, we can debate the idea of soulmates. Until the wind brings up a storm to tell us that it's time to die. We could debate the idea of soulmates, no kiss between us except in eyes, to tell us that it's time to die and go back to our sour lives. No kiss between us except in eyes. This hidden love no longer would stay. We could go back to our sour lives. I wish I had one too. Next poem, it's called This Poem Has No Directions. This poem has no ambition to educate you. It simply wants to express what there is to express. It makes little difference which road you take when you really have no destination except to move forward. This poem once had a dream of being happy, but refused to rhyme or even suggest a hero who could emerge in this ever-changing world. Certainly, when I started composing this poem, there was a place I wanted to get to, like a peaceful ballad or a great epiphany, to show where the sorrow or joy would drift unclouded. This poem was too lazy to go there. Being tired of platitudes and attempted profundity, being tired of facing fresh torments. This poem wanted to avoid emotion, to give no explanations, wanted to rest on a simple string of syntax. Every second Saturday of the month, I go to a support group for Parkinson's. It's an advocate support group. And one of the things that the leader of the support group said that during the course of the group is to be suddenly denial about it is okay. That helps you hope. This poem is another now. It's called Permission for Denial. To be slightly in denial is okay. A person needs a nugget of confidence to keep on fighting through the day. Never mind all the things they say, those who fail to understand your stance. To be slightly in denial is okay. Some games you can no longer play, but that's no reason to quit the dance. Keep fighting through the day. Do what you can while you may. Don't be afraid to take a chance. To be slightly in denial is okay. There is no reason for dismay. Your mind must create a defense to keep on fighting through the day. A progression we work to delay as we hope to keep our independence. To be slightly in denial is okay. To keep on fighting through the day. And this next poem is called The Flow. Sometimes I just want to sleep, badly go deep. This I must resist, but the flow will not exist. I'm not tired, yet this drowsiness, as if I'm the proud, finds me and overtakes. My eyes start to close, and slowly I make my way to nowhere. This flow is so tricky and determined. I shake him off. He keeps returning. I know I must force myself through the course of the day. Take a deep breath and keep moving. Prevent the flow from having its way. There are times I win and move with energy, but now the positivity eludes me. I think it's best to shut my eyes, rest to become refreshed, and face the flow later, some other day. And this will be the last poem I read today. It's called Looking Forward. Someday my toes may curl up, or even my fingers. Someday it'll be so easy for me to simply fall down. Hopefully no one will be looking. Today I should practice getting up. Someday I will realize how important those movement exercises are. For now I walk in mindfulness, making sure I move my arms as I walk in the correct way. Did you guys know there's a correct way to walk? Really? You know, I never thought about it, but this is wrong. Why aren't you mad and move forward? Then you learn when they have Parkinson's. Sorry for that aside. Someday you won't hear me when I talk or read my writing, but then you can't read it now. Willie can attest to that. Someday the pills will lose their effectiveness. The tremors will become a constant. Someday I may be carrying a card that says, I'm not drunk, just Parkinson's officer. Someday I may not move at all. But for now, I'll do what others do. Continue to strive. Thank you very much. Cyril for being here. For Cyril, High School's Publishing House for publishing the book. For Valerie and Minneapolis Television Network for recording this for Facebook Live. To the people at the Old Town Hall for putting this on. And thanks for all of you for being here. Anybody wants to buy a book for $12, I will sign. Thank you.